What's happening, everybody? Jeff Lightsy Jr. from the Black Boss channel. Thank you guys for all the support. Now, I'm here today to talk about Antonio Brown and his impact on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So Antonio Brown had his first couple of practices this week with the Buccaneers. Antonio Brown is coming in and he's going to make an immediate impact on this team. That's right, an immediate impact. I'm talking about from day one, simply because he is in an environment and at a place where he needs to be. He needs to be under a veteran presence that is Tom Brady. He's living with Tom Brady, and I think some of the attributes of Tom Brady is going to affect Antonio Brown. Here's the thing about AB. The biggest problem with AB was it was too much flexibility in Pittsburgh. So the flexibility is gone. He was a great player that had leverage on the team simply because he was a great player. They were paying him great money. And Pittsburgh is kind of a place where they allow people to be themselves. Not to say that you should go to a place that doesn't allow people to be themselves, but it allowed AB to be AB. He was Facebook Living in the locker room. He was going off on social media. And he was doing all kinds of crazy stuff when he was in Pittsburgh. And he was able to do that simply because he was one of the best players and he produced on the field. No matter what he did off the field, he always produced on the field. But see, that is gone. All of that flexibility is gone because if you start to act crazy, Tampa Bay is going to cut you. They're rolling right now. They're 6-2. They've won their last couple of games, and their offense looks solid. Their defense looks amazing. Offense looks solid, but adding AB is going to take that offense to the next level. And here's another thing. He's been off social media. That was one of the things that always got AB in trouble, whether it was cussing out the mother of his children on Instagram Live, talking crazy about Robert Kraft on Instagram Live and on Twitter, and making music videos all over YouTube, like all kinds of just dumb stuff that takes away from the fact that he's one of the greatest wide receivers to ever play in the NFL. All of that social media antics and all that crazy stuff, not to mention the legal stuff. We're not going to really dive heavy into that, but he does have legal cases pending against him with sexual assault and different things against women. That's why he was suspended for the first 9 weeks of the year or 8 weeks of the year. But taking him away from social media, I think will make him a better player and will keep him on the straight and narrow for the most part, right? It really comes down to what AB wants to do. And if AB wants to go out and ball and win a bunch of football games with Bruce Arians and the, no risk it, no biscuit style offense, and Tom Brady and the way he's able to play and make players better, and AB with his physical gifts and his talent and his work ethic, they could have a beautiful marriage in Tampa, just like I thought they could have a beautiful marriage in Oakland, or with the Las Vegas Raiders, rather. But he didn't want to be there. Like, he wanted to get paid, but he didn't want to be there. And it was evident. It was clearly evident he didn't want to be a Raider for whatever reason. Because the Raiders, I think, have a really good, solid foundation. That's my team, and it is what it is. But AB in Tampa is going to work because it is his last strike. If you don't make it work with Tom Brady, if you don't make it work with Tampa, if you don't make it work with a team that is winning, now people will say, well, he didn't make it work in New England. New England, I think, was different because the cases against him were already there, right? He screwed up when he texted that woman and put it on and all that stuff, and it got leaked to social media. That's when New England cut him. Right? The pending charges were there, but he texted that woman when the league and the Patriots told him not to, and it got back to him, and that's when they cut him. It wasn't that the charges were brought against him. It's because he went and messed with her again. But now that he's been out of football, now that they're trying to move past all of that stuff, I think he will work greatly for the Bucs, a team that, quite frankly, needs him. Godwin's dealing with, a broken finger. Evans hasn't really been the same. And your next best target is Scotty Miller and a 90-year-old Gronk who's got 1,000 injuries, and Cameron Brate who's just a tight end, right? So they really kind of need AB to make that offense flow as effectively as it as it can, to get Tom Brady the weapons that he wanted. And no, he originally had them, but now it's the wear and tear of an NFL season, and guys are getting injured and guys are getting hurt, and so there will be opportunities for Antonio Brown as long as he can get tunnel vision, keep his head on the straight and narrow. This is a beautiful marriage. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr. with the Black Boss channel. I'll see you next time.